My name's Jeff Staley and you're rocking with McGriff.
The block hot, the block hot, the block hot, the block hot. Hey, hey.
Oh, definitely
I got
ones.
the block hot.
I like how they came. These are the skater ones, right? These shits is ill, nigga. Word.
A little bit of
You
throwback
used to tell
stuff
me.
on Space Jams.
Oh, for real? Oh, you got them 09 shits. How much you offering these for? Definitely bread, bro. Oh, the Ildos? This shit's ill. You know what I wanted? The SB Space Jams.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, them shits is crazy, bro. Them shits is ill, nigga. This goes back to like 2008, 2009. I used to go by the name of J-Dog, like a very basic rap name. And, you know, I got to a point where I'm growing as an artist. You know, I'm getting better at rapping. And me and my friend Denzel, shout out to him, he doesn't do music anymore. But we just went on like a random name generator. We went through dictionaries, like everything, you name it. And I came across the word stately. And people actually think that's my last name, which is cool, but stately actually means like you have a certain majestic manner or a certain presence when you walk in a room. And so I'm Jeff Stately. This is like my reggae shit. You don't know. Yeah. I'm a roller. You just all I want in me. Shorty wants you dance, you dancing on me. When you with your mans and friends are lonely. Tell her she could stun and chance it on me. I feel like I've been a very great communicator. Just, you know, I was a kid watching Seinfeld and freaking, you know, CSI Miami, like all these different shows. And it's like, one, I'm a great liar, but obviously I'm not gonna lie for certain things. But two, it's just like, you gotta understand, like I was always great in English. I was in honors English in high school. Did great on my SATs when it came to English. So it was like, I just knew words and I just knew how to put them together. And then when, you know, communication is number one. If I'm gonna make a song, I'm communicating a feeling to you. I'm communicating an idea, a moment. And so I just had to get really good at that. And, you know, music was an avenue for me. I'm telling you, bro, you don't know shit about this, bro. Wine Slow by Egyptian. Bitches will break your heart to it, bro. They'll break you. Niggas, yo, you remember back then, but y'all break you? They don't do that shit no more, bro. That shit was a vibe, bro. I've been rapping for 10 plus years now. Like this summer will be my 10th year. You know, I got the rapping down packed, but you know, the difference between a rapper and a song maker is like clear as day. So I would say the last 2-3 years is when I started taking music serious. I'll play that after this. Yeah. But yeah, this is like my Drake Madonna. Like, I'm telling you, bro, it's late night, your girl just pissed you off. Put the windows down, drive like, you gotta be on the highway, you gotta do like 60, you gotta do the speed limit. You just gotta be mad slow, have the windows down a little bit. This is that song. You would think she would get enough. Hit a cup just to fill you some. Add a cup just to level up. You know, obstacles I faced through music was very much getting out of the space of, you know, just rapping. Cause like, you know, there's so many talented rappers that can just bar for bar every day or can just make the catchiest lines. But, you know, trying to get out of that habit of verses and verses and verses and thinking of hooks, thinking of things that could generate feelings. So that was like my biggest obstacle. And I feel like this next project, WTWB, really encapsulated that, really figured out like where I'm trying to go sonically. And another obstacle was just really like getting people to pay attention. Like, you know what I'm saying? Attention is important because, you know, you might have 10 people that can double that up to, or, you know, multiply that by 10 to 100 and, you know, trying to get people's attention. And at the end of the day, it comes down to the music. So I had to like focus in, really think what I'm doing and like how I want to portray myself as an artist. Reason why I cut off the pizza thing. And then two is just like, you know, I believe in myself so much and like I want them to believe in me just as much as I believe in myself, so. Bro, me and my niggas, we used to be known for going to parties and just dancing, bro. From like 2011 to 2013, 14, that was all we did, bro.
Who's part of that clique?
Me, my boy Anthony Visanti, CJ, Nico, Carl, and Alex Centeo. Yeah. Like this song was about my ex and just about pretty much like the end of the relationship and like how I had to let her go for me to grow as a person. And so I talk about like all the shit we went through, how I was traveling a lot and just learning life. And then the second part of it is about the other girl that broke my heart and, you know, how she just saw me fucking falling and just wasn't there for me, you know what I'm saying? So I still rock with you, but I don't rock with you. That's what I'm gonna say. Don't come around when you see me up. I feel like the city right now, and I was actually talking to my man's Johnny Souls. This is his shop. Come here and shop. But I feel like it's in a beautiful space. Like, I'm planning on moving to California this summer, and I don't want to move just for the simple fact that I know this summer is going to be the craziest, best time in Brockton. You have so many artists that are really making a name and doing better than other locations. You have so many brands, clothing, fashion, food. Like, V's cooking. That's all I'm gonna say. If your girl's eating V's cooking, her ass is gonna be clapping in the summer. But you know, there's just so many different people that are not like investing in these big corporations and in, you know, investing in ourselves. We have a politician, Jimmy Pereira, who's campaigning for the mayor of the city. You have people who are trying to open dispensaries, hookah shops. So it's like, why not be in Brockton? It's a loving place. It's very embracing. As long as you ain't a fuck nigga. Just because you moved about the streets, we lost some brothers, know their mothers, find it hard to breathe. The watch us move just how we move, but ain't no stopping me. We threw some parties, made some money off them honestly, but I had to stop it all together before they shot at me. I love my niggas like my brothers, I know y'all relate. How can you preach but all this love, but got a heart of hate? Back then I was even thinking about music. I used to freestyle like around as a kid, but I never was thinking about that. And it's like I can't stress this enough. Like, look me in my eyes when I tell people this. Like, yo, you could do anything you want in this world. What I do daily is watch music videos and interviews. In every interview, there's like a rapper that's always like a rapper, Tyler Perry or whatever, saying like, yo, believe in yourself and don't let nobody tell you no. Do it yourself. Oh, you can't get approved for this loan? Fuck it. I'm gonna go to like 10 trap niggas, give me $1,000, bam, I start a business. That money gonna pay for itself in the long run. And it's like, yo, people just so scared. And the next thing you know, they're 45 years old, barely affording their mortgage with 2 cars they don't fucking need and their own kid they fucking hate, 3 baby, like, it's just not cool, you know what I'm saying? It's like, why not dig in the mud for 10 years? Because you know the next 70 years of your life is going to be beautiful. Gary Vee makes it real, you know what I'm saying? People say they're entrepreneurs, but realistically, they're going to feel that energy and they're going to fucking go and lay on their IG, go to the club and waste their money. Like Johnny Souls, a perfect example. This isn't the greatest sneaker shop, but it's a start. You know what he did? He stuck through it, believed in himself, and now you have people coming in here buying some fly-ass gear and kicks. It's simple, dude. You could do a fucking business with $100. Like, you could do a song with a fucking cheap ass mic and like thing. You can make videos with the cheapest and the most cost effective things and look at where it takes you. You can make horrible looking quality, but the content is always important. And then over time, the quality will match the content. Bam, there you are. You could be the next Steven Spielberg. It's all believable. People just sleep on themselves because they think, oh, you need to follow that random dream, go to college, then get a house, have a family. But no, fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. This right here is the most beautiful piece of music I've ever recorded, and I wholeheartedly say that. Like, this is me laying in the ocean, just floating in the nighttime while the waves is crashing on the shore. That's how I feel about it. I'm telling you, I make some different shit, bro. What do you think? I be performing, but when I perform, when I think of my passion in music and where it comes from, it's realistically like trying to encapsulate a moment, trying to encapsulate a sound, a feeling to the people. And I feel that a lot in music. And doing part, I noticed this with Jaden Smith's Falling song, his electric version. And I felt like I was just in an ocean of vibrations. And also like Future's Never Stop song, I teared up listening to that because I felt this pain. And so it's like, when I work on my music, I think of like, how can I get that listener to feel exactly what I want? Because there's a lot of pain in my music. It might sound happy, it might sound good, but it's realistically like a lot of pain in there, a lot of loss, a lot of heartbreak. And it's like, when it comes to music, like, why are you making music if you can't give someone a feeling, you can't give someone happiness? You know, when Fabulous came out with Celebration, everybody was playing that for New Year's because we think we're ushering a ball drop, we're ushering like a new year. You know, it's a celebratory moment. We're always gonna think of ball drop when we listen to, we're always going to think of New Year's when we listen to Ball Drop, or, you know, Tory Lane's Love, you know. We think of house parties, we think of grinding on a shorty, Rihanna's Work, or, you know, just so forth and so forth. So it's like, you know, passion, like there's a lot of that in music. Remember sleeping in the car, thought my life was over. Started drinking like my father, hated being sober. I had to find a spot, no family around me. Remember talks with Nico's mother, thought that God really found me. I couldn't tell you how I felt. I could show you what it's like. Thanksgiving rolled around, felt alone that only night. Not a plate to hold me over, not a prayer in my sight. Not a aiming, not a God, not a thought within my sight. Officially out right now, 3, and some people have to find it. It started with the State mixtape. That was 2010. Then it went to the 2-4 mixtape, then it went to Dover Street mixtape, then WTW's next. I've dropped things in between that, but you know, I got a MySpace out there. I'll say this now, J-Dog and Black with 2 Ks, and yeah, it's out there. There's some old shits on there. The State mixtape, you have to like look for it and try to find it. That shit's like non-existent. That was 2010. The 2-4 mixtape was on Hot New Hip Hop, but it eventually got taken down because it was inactive. But I just released it on SoundCloud just so people can hear that of me in 2013. And then, yeah. The Reminder song that's on the 2-4 mixtape, I really liked the beat a lot. It was a Miguel song. And that was like when I was in my first like real relationship. And there was a point where it was like just not working out. So I just penned the pain and I just made a song about it. And like my favorite line was like, I burn in love, just turn to ash, and now it's dust. Like, no, I burn in love, just some do deep and turn to ash and now it's dust. Some shit like that. But it was like, you know what I'm saying? I was a poet. It's gonna get a little deep. So with my last relationship, I wasn't officially in a relationship with someone, but I was so down for this person. And I was in a relationship for 3 years prior to that. And I loved that girl dearly, but it wasn't like love, you know what I'm saying? Like you think of puppy love, you think of like, damn, I'll do anything for this girl. Like, you know, just cause of like that feeling. It wasn't about her being the most beautifulest, cause yo, no bullshit, she was a very attractive girl. It wasn't about her being like the coolest or whatever, just about her being the realest and like matching my vibration in terms of love. And so it got to a point where I think she gave me the lamest excuse to not fuck with me. And she still wanted to fuck with me after that, but I was like, why placate something if you don't really want it? Why waste my energy on something? I'm not gonna give you what you want when I can't get what I want. You know what I'm saying? And like that shit really broke me, you know what I'm saying? Like I was gonna give this girl a kid, like I did not care, like it was that deep. And it was like, you know, that shit, even no matter how bad it got in the end and we just went our own ways, like I look at like what it taught me, what it showed me. And it was like, I can still love someone like that. I can still have that feeling. And I just took all that pain, all that regret, all that hurt, and I just channeled it into music, and I created something beautiful out of it. You make music or anything? You don't.
Boy does.
Yeah, bro. Tell that nigga to don't stop. Yo, like, if you got IG or some shit, follow me or some shit. I got you, bro. I'm telling you, my man's Crew. If you nigga got potential, bro, Crew will take that nigga out of here. In today's climate, I feel like artists shouldn't be chasing labels. Labels should be chasing them. If this was like 2012, you're in a different demographic, a different dynamic in terms of music. But realistically, like I look at Russ and I feel like he gets a lot of hate on the internet. But an artist like Russ is able to make 15 million a year, garnering all that hate and so much more love, popping out on venues, doing his own clothes, mix mastering, producing his own things. And they say like, bro, take the long road. You know, I've been making music for 10 years and like there might be 10 people in this building and only like 2 of them know that I make music. But over time, that'll turn into those 10 people, turn into 100 people. So it's like, take the long road, invest in yourself. So when you get to a point where you have leverage, hey, I'm not gonna sign to your label. I want a partnership. I wanna meet everything 50-50, if not 60-40, because I believed in myself, I invested in myself, and I don't ultimately really need you know what I'm saying? And it's streaming platforms, direct sales, like you can do that today. It's so easy to create a business. One, Kendrick Lamar is a huge influence on me, regardless of the music I'm making today. I dropped a project in 2016 that's called Dover Street, and you know it revolves around the story of me almost getting shot and killed at a party, and in the end I get shot at. We don't know if I get killed or not. I left that open to interpretation, but it was a reality of what if I did not come back from that party that day. And so in that verse, it kind of kick-started the Dover Street era of me, and I talk about my older brother who had a kid when he was young, and you know the type of pain he went through, and I talk about like how I grew up and seeing like abusive shit, like growing up around alcoholics. Like I drink a shit ton of alcohol, but you know I'm smart with what I do. I'm not gonna, you don't see me crashing cars or fucking abusing people or you know running from the lot, whatever. I just, you know, I'm a peaceful drinker, but you know I've seen all of that, and there was like a lot of hurt and pain, but I'm so happy I went through that as a kid, because, you know, I learned so much growing up. I know what to avoid. I see the signs of certain things, and I just like, why not take that pain and just make it something beautiful, you know what I'm saying? And I came up with a project called Dover Street. All this window pane is the seasons change. Whipping in the rain, whipping in the rain. Praying they don't take me before I see the range. Too many people die that they ain't seen the same. More money, more problems, it's just all they speak. Kids learning as they watch and make it hard to teach. Trap life got the him, but it didn't get the me. Don't knock the hustle just because you moved about the streets. My new project that's set to release sometime in May or early June, WTWB, is just like a heartbreak story. It revolves around two girls and my interactions with them. Not everything is glitz and glam, not everything is cool, but I got some reggae joints on there. Like when I tell you, like you're looking at me and like I've never done things like that, but I've experimented with it, and like I've played it for a bunch of females, they all fuck with it. Y'all gonna be in house parties, fucking twerking and doing all that shit, and it's like, yo, this project I think is very beautiful. You're gonna have some late night rides. I have a song on there called Level Up, like that's like my version of Drake's Madonna. Then I have some shit out there that's like gonna blow your mind. I'm like, yo, is this Jeff really singing this right now? And it's like, yo, I just experimented with sound. I took my pain and turned it into passion. I just let my emotions take the front center of it. I didn't give up on myself. I have this one song, like to be honest, I performed it until this day. People still ask me about it and it hasn't come out. This song, I made it a year ago. And it's like, yeah, I think that's the song. I hope it's the song that's gonna blow me up. But it's like crazy, you know what I'm saying? So it's like this project, I really hope that everyone's in tune with it like they are right now. I got a video coming out soon. It might be out by the time this video comes out. And just realistically, like, you know, I believed in myself, and this project is like peak me, you know what I'm saying? Like the best me. And so it's like I put a lot of money, a lot of effort, a lot of time, a lot of sacrifice into it. And it's like, I hope that resonates with you. WTW, I'm not gonna say it, but it'll make sense. Oh, this shit's hard, cuz look at this shit. Dreams from the East, baby. That shit's hard. Look at the fucking detail, nigga. You know, I wear that shit all day, every day. Yeah, this is my shit. I gotta put this back now. I like the packaging. Yo, it's Jeff Staley, and you are Rockin Wit McGriff. And closing out, I just want to shout out two people that are very important to me in this music. One, my brother, Crew from the North, super talented producer, super talented artist, engineer, you name it. This man just music, lives, breathes music. And shout out to my man Cedric, who just, you know, without him, the music wouldn't be critiqued, the clothes wouldn't be designed, the graphics wouldn't be made. You know, those two people really like helped me get my music to where it is today. And without them, I wouldn't be nothing.
Western connection, only direction. Cups to the fifth, pour that shit till you tempted. Shorty down and she reckless, tell her slide in your section. Fall in love for the night, by the morning you forget it. Western connection, only direction. Cups to the fifth, pour that shit till you tempted. Shorty down and she reckless, tell her slide in your section. Fall in love for the night, by the morning you forget it. Riding downtown to the west end. About to have a night with your best friend. Moonlight on your skin, got your essence. Only come alive in your presence. Telling me no play that, only you would say that. Hit you in the nighttime, only way I'd make that. Why you got your clothes off, thought you would just say that. Super looks is Superman, a super fan, okay bad, yeah. Want me what you wanna be though, and be hoodie with his T though. Heard she came from the A, but she born inside the fucking T though. T drape sipping tea slow, Henny cup sip like lean though. Cali weed from the East Coast, whole lot of fucking weed smoke, yeah. Shorty, I need you around me, yeah. Nights like this make me feel grounded, Took off some time, but I found it, yeah. Hollywood Hills where I found you, yeah. Shorty, I need you around me, yeah. Nights like this make me feel grounded, Took off some time, but I found it, yeah. Hollywood Hills where I found you, only direction. Cups to the fifth, pour that shit till you tempted. Shorty down and she reckless, tell her slide in your section. Fall in love for the night, by the morning you forget it. Western connection, only direction. Cups to the fifth, pour that shit till you tempted. Shorty down and she reckless, tell her slide in your section. Fall in love for the night, by the morning you forget it.
Next on Rockin Wit McGriff.
Name is Shane, aka DJ 211. Everything you see right here, this is Sound Lab.
You got some instrumentals, any niggas that want to get on the mic.
I guess I'm an entrepreneur. I didn't find that out until I was 34 years old. We're working with TLM 103 in both rooms. The place was kind of in despair. There was, violence upstairs, there was drugs everywhere. I was working a full-time job. I loved that job.
The bigger the basic, getting the hate from people I love, but playing it safe. Call me a rape, I'm hitting the state.
And the city had to build it down.
So it's thrown in the ocean now, I realize she know me now.
I want some ice, baby. Huh? Tell me a deal.
DJ school was DJ school. But what about producers? What about recording and engineering? I wanted to put it all in one place.
The block hot, the block hot, the block hot.